express permission, risk, and may also lead to legal.
I just said a lot of wonderful things, okay, but I was unmuted. So you didn't hear them. So I just need to repeat them now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Affiliate Marketing 3.0 presentation. This is a completely wonderful day. The excitement is in the air because tomorrow is the second anniversary of the Bitcoin Code. And what a celebration that's going to be. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that. But today is Thursday, and we have the wonderful pleasure of having Chantel present this amazing opportunity to you, to us. My name is Grace, and I wish to welcome every single person here, especially the leaders and the uplines and all the new people that you have invited. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Now, I know one of the necessary things is, how do I keep up with all of this information? Because it's a lot of information. Okay, it's like eating an elephant one bite at a time. So get out a notebook, start a notebook on this, and and a secret black book so you can put all pertinent information in there. But this notebook should be your notes, your questions, the answers to your questions.
Prueba Google Workspace con Gemini, la inteligencia artificial que analiza los datos de tu negocio
And all of that for every presentation that you come to. Without further ado, Chantel is completely angelic and knowledgeable as a ranked leader in this organization and a leader of all sorts. She has spent some time in South Africa. She is in the Netherlands now. And we just love the way that she presents, because when you listen to her, you're really hearing the authenticity and the potential of this opportunity. So, Chantel, thank you so much for coming. I turn over to you.
Thank you so much, Grace, for this introduction. And yes, welcome to everybody, and very specifically to the new people. Let me go and share my screen. It is my pleasure to be allowed to share this opportunity with you. So, yes, Grace, it's almost 2 years ago that we started with this community mining on our own blockchain. And now, 2 years later, we are bringing a new product on the market that will really help those who started mining at that moment in time. Plus, it gives everybody who is new and who has no history a very smooth experience into this ecosystem. Because I welcome you today to 3FO. And 3 stands for Web3 powered. Everything we do in this platform is Web3 powered, which basically means it is blockchain related. And it is FO because it's a financial operating system. Because with tools that are available through 3FO, you will be able to either run your personal financial operations, or you will be able to run, if you're a builder in the network and affiliate industry, a business with this platform, and really change the financial prosperity of yourself or of your family or project or business. That is really up to you. This is a space that is both for people who are individual and passive, and very active, very lucrative. And the core of what we are earning is daily Ethereum on the Base network. And we're able to do that because of this amazing access to the project, the value proposition, AI, Alpha AI, you've seen it. I mean, a financial brain. Who doesn't want to be tapped into a financial brain? And other amazing top-tier products that I will explain just now. And it's also really a new beginning, because it is a new setup as a sister company from those who knows already of Affiliate Marketing 3.0. And everybody starts with the same pack, the Ignition pack of $500 in Ethereum Base, also called a panel. So what is the first core product? The first core product that we are offering here is the Liquid Pay Chores card. It unlocks unparalleled global spending on the basis of crypto. So if you've been using crypto or earning crypto or saving crypto, and you want to spend with it, then you can just transfer it onto the card, and you can go to the ATM or go to a shop or go online and make your purchase as if you're working with a fiat card. There's no difference. It has a single transaction limit of up to $10,000. It has personal cashback of up to 3%, and it has referral cashback of 0.1%. And the second product is a whale pass for Protocol Yield. And Protocol Yield is the next level of development that has taken place, that has been launched about 6 months ago by Chavez. It is a protocol that measures high frequency traders and their results, gives them feedback, and helps them to become better. And as a result of that, the best trade strategies are being placed in front of you, and you can now choose out of a small number of strategies with which strategy you would like to participate. And then you don't have to be active. Then you just choose which strategy you want to follow, and you put your asset under management, and they are working with it. And they are yield related, yield focused, so profit focused. That's also why they are working with a success fee, which you are sharing 50-50, which is basically the profits that they're making out of the trading with your assets. And the validity of this whale pass is a lifetime. But if you like to kind of like, instead of being the passenger in the car, drive the car of trading a little bit more, then LFG Starter Pack is an amazing opportunity, because here you are entering into the next generation of DeFi assets accumulation, because we have created index trading baskets. And in Dodo, the foundations were made. But with LFG, the speed at which you can choose a index or create your own index, or follow a social index from someone else, that speed is so smooth and so fast that you can at any moment in time choose to enter and to exit a trade. And that means that you can actually start having a strategy for yourself, saying, this is the minimum amount I want to earn on a daily basis, and then I stop trading for the day, you know? So your index limit, buying limit, is $10,000, and the subscription validity is 10 years. I tested it. I made very nice money with it, so I recommend it to anyone, that if it's in your package, that you start playing with it. And then Alpha AI. In a few weeks, the first 10,000 people who have stepped into 3FO will have access and see the live panel of what is driving this business and what is providing us the yield, because it is offering you smart passive wealth. Alpha AI is a financial brain, tapping into the economy as we saw, and creating active trades. And later on, we will also be able to have a look and even copy some of the signals that they're getting. But if you're not wanting to be active, then you just let the team manage it and work with the core audited smart contracts that prioritize capital preservation and are totally transparent. And with those strategies, you are delivered every week a yield in Ethereum on the base blockchain. So it is very cost efficient in terms of fees, and therefore it can scale with each active subscription or panel. So as I said, we all start with an ignition pack or panel, and the price of it is $500. And the value that is being delivered is, first of all, utility, the Liquid Pay, Protocol Yield, LFG Starter Pack, and Alpha AI Yield Access. And it gives us lifetime access to those products. And the weekly yield of the first pack is set. It is $5 per week, which is basically 1% per week, which is 52% per year. And it is backed by the diversified DeFi strategy yield. That's the foundation. But I already told you, everybody who had started with BTC mining 2 years ago or a while ago is now in the front seat, because there is an accelerator that is possible, and that is if you combine your ignition pack with a BTC staking capacity. And that is happening as follows. You can either stake on a 1-to-1 ratio or on a 1-to-2 ratio. And the difference is as follows. First of all, if there is no BTC staking, then with an ignition pack, you purchase 2 times the earning capacity in the yield provision, which is given to you at 1% a week. So a 5,000 would give you the right to earn $1,000. Sorry, 500 gives you the capacity to earn $8,000 in yield. But if you would stake it, then $1,000 goes to $1,500, because it goes from a 1 to 3x. Sorry, it goes from 2x to 3x. And that yield also increases. It doesn't happen on a 1% a week, but it happens on a 1.25% a week, which is 65% of yield per annum in the first basic subscription, in the first panel. And if it is a 1-to-2 ratio of BTC, you can earn up to 4x, which means you could make 2,000, and it's paid out in a 1.5% of yield per week, which is 78% on an annual basis. So you can see the difference it makes. 52% or 78, that's a huge difference. And that is because of staking. And after you have reached 4x, you can also receive the BTC back. So in essence, your BTCC gives you a higher earning capacity of Ethereum at a higher speed, and it gives you more sustainability because it takes a little bit longer. So you know that that is safe. And in all that time, the BTCC has a chance to actually increase in value, and so has the Ethereum. So it is such an ingenious way of providing you value. And that is just absolutely amazing. How to make from $500 $2,000. Now, and that is on the first panel. But then the company goes further because, you know, with Shavez, it never starts with the basics. It starts then going to the next level. So then he introduced something which we are calling a sub-panel. And I'm just showing a few of the sub-panels and how they work. The sub-panel number indicates how often it multiplies the $500 pack. So if it is sub-panel 3, then you get 1,500. Then it is a panel of 1,500. If it's sub-panel 9, it's 9 times 500 is 4,500. If it's sub-panel, which is the largest, 243, then it's times 500 is 21,500. So these are just 3 sub-panels to have a look at. And why are we showing you this? In terms of if you do not stake against those sub-panels, then you will just receive 1% a week of this amount, which is a very nice weekly yield up until you achieve 2x. But if you do a 1-to-1 BTC staking, so 1,500 BTCC, 4,500 BTCC in BTCCs, and $125,000 in BTCC, if you do that, then your weekly yield goes up from 1% to 1.5% all the way to 2.5%. And if you would do a double, so 1-to-2 ratio in BTCC, which means $3,000 in BTC, $9,000 in BTCC, and $243,000 in BTCC, then you grow your weekly yield from 1.75 to 3%. So the value proposition in terms of the numbers is absolutely amazing. And here you can see that actually there are some steps in between, because you always have to start with an ignition pack, and then you can go to sub-panel 3, which is 1,500, 9, 4,500, 27, that is 13,500, 81, which is 40,500, and ultimately 243, 121,500. Those who love numbers, it's always times 3. If you have no BTCC, it's very clear that you will always have 1% yield per week until you've run out of 2x. If it's 1-to-1, then you see here from 1 to 25, doubling up to 250. And it is until 3x, and 1-to-2 BTCC 1.5% to 3% until 4x. And you know, you can if you never build, if you do this completely passive, then you can calculate exactly how long it will take you until it runs out. But if you are like me and like a number of others, and that's what is wonderful about this project, if you are wanting to share your opportunity, then that can be done much faster, because there's a whole compensation plan attached to that. But now there's something new that the company also adds to this. These panels are, of course, amazing. But the company wants you to get as quickly as possible to the highest level of yield that's possible. And the company realizes the asset that a panel actually is. So it gives you the opportunity to leverage. We are introducing the concept of leverage here in this community. And what does it mean? Half of the value of your panel, which is 500, in this case 250, can be used as a loan towards sub-panel 3, to an upgrade. So here you can see that the sub-panel loan disbursal to purchase of 250 is available for sub-panel 3, which means that the extra funds that you need to add either as fresh money or out of your affiliate income would be $1,500. 1,250. So it's basically a quicker way to be able to pay for subpanel 3. And imagine now that you had the capacity of $2,000. Then what you can do is you can purchase Ignition Pack 1, which is a panel 1 of $500, plus the subpanel 3 of $1,500, which will cost you $2,000. And then you could use both the 50% of panel and of subpanel, which is $250 plus $750, which is $1,000. You can both use those as a new loan to be able to purchase subpanel 9 when you have $3,500 extra. So that's suddenly a reduction of fresh new cash flow of $1,000 based on the leverage that the company sees in the value of its own product. Now, that is amazing. A company giving credit or giving leverage on its own product. That tells you something about how solid this company believes in itself and in its own assets and in its capacity to fund this. So again, in a very simplistic way, you activate the panel. Let's say subpanel 9 was activated. Therefore, you can borrow half of it. That is 2,250. And then you can use that already as a prepayment towards subpanel 27. Then all you need to do is top it up with 11,250. And that means you have your 13,500 pack activated and you get the yield of it. So it's a way of increasing the yields, because when you're borrowing, you are paying in the panel that is basically borrowing the loan. That's where out of the yield that is coming, you are paying back the loan, unless you top it up with commission or anything. So you want to disperse it quicker, or cancel, how do you say it? Pay back the loan quicker, whilst you're enjoying a higher yield from a higher pack. So it's really well designed and it is amazing to work with. There's a second part that you can do. The panel and upgrade of the panel is working in your own pack. It's for yourself. But if you're building an organization, it is important that your downlines can start as quickly as possible. And in some countries, it is simply more expensive. Buying power is different, and therefore it's more difficult to start with $500. So it's nice if you can help. Well, that's possible, because with the $500 pack, you have the right to use the $250 and split it in 2 loans of $125 each. You can send to a downline that is directly related to your matrix, and allow them each to start with $375. So then you have 2 packs that are activated through loans. They have to pay you back. And when your loan is being paid back by them, out of commission or out of the yield, whatever the arrangement is, and you still have $250 left over, you can actually help 2 more people. So if you're being good in the structure, then you can actually make sure that this scenario continues and you pay it forward very quickly. And that's when you are building up amazing organization and a very happy community. So what are the key advantages? It's the guaranteed weekly yield, it's team-based earnings, it is BTCC multipliers, we are transparent and on-chain, and it is sustainable growth. As I said, there is a smart multiplication strategy, and that's possible with a uni-level income plan. So first of all, you buy a pack, you get your own yield. Second, you can earn uni-level income. That means you are sharing this opportunity with people. And you need to first create frontline. They are your direct downlines. And you can then make sure that they build deep up to 15 levels deep. You can then get up to 15 levels commission if you've put the correct matrix. And this is what it looks like. So for level 1, you need 2 active direct referrals, and then you will get 10% of each pack, which is $50 each. If you go to level 2, then you need 3 direct actives and you get 5% of all 3. And this goes all the way to, at 15 levels, you need 20 directs and you get 1% of each of them. You can have an unlimited number of direct referrals. That's not a problem. This is just a minimum that you need in order to unlock the level income. And this can go crazy, because imagine that you are having people who are committed to find 5 people that are all prepared to become active and deliver 5 people as a downline. That would mean that your first line of 5 people would deliver you 10%, which is 250, and all of them duplicating themselves becomes 25 people, 5% is 625, and they duplicate themselves to 125 people, which is at 4%, which is 2,500, and they duplicate themselves with each 5 people, which is 625 at 4%, is 12,500, and then again they duplicate themselves with 5 people, and that is 3,125 at 4%, which is 62,500, and let's not even worry about how much deeper it goes. So that is a crazy amount of activity that would happen just by simple duplication of 5 people, and those 5 people duplicating also 5 people. Now, there's a reason why this is called a sales funnel. The company is a network, is a technology company that works with individuals. So it needs a user base. And for that, it is grateful for the affiliate marketeers to make sure that they're creating exposure of their products and therefore a longevity channel. So therefore there is a builder's income on yield, which basically means that on the 15 levels on your matrix, so on your 15 levels deep, where you are getting a level income, you can get a builder's income, which is builder's yield, which is a yield on the yield that your people already had. And that really is amazing, because remember, the minimum pack that people are having is $500. The minimum yield that they have is 1%, which is $5. So imagine that you would get a percentage of that $5 of all those people in your potential matrix every week. That becomes a really nice passive income. And therefore, also here's a matrix. At level 1, you have 2 people, and then you would get 10% of the yield that they had, all the way to level 15, where you need 20 directs, and you get 2% still of the yield that they receive. In that way, we make sure that everybody is always being serviced at every level. An example, imagine that someone in your 3rd level has activated subpanel 9, 4,500 package, and staked BTCC at a 1-to-2 ratio. You're earning a 2% yield, and that is $90 a week in Ethereum. So you get 5% of that, which is $4.50 a week. Now imagine that there's dozens of people and hundreds across 15 levels that are doing the same. That really makes a difference. And I've seen that already. I have seen how excited the people are. I have seen how sometimes people clap together to have the $500, and then very soon they have 5-6 people already under them and getting their first commission. And that is so exciting. That's why I'm doing it, to see people with their phone in their hand are making a difference in their own lives and in the lives of others in the blockchain and with the BTCCs that they've been mining from the beginning. It is such a party to see. And then there is the final the final reward, and that is this company says, you know what, if there is exceptional performance, there should be exceptional rewards. So we are creating a rank reward, which is bonuses from $1,000 to $10 million just in growing your team. And in this case, it doesn't go off your 1x, 2, sorry, off your 2x, 3x, or 4x. It is on top of it. So if you are saying, hey, I really want to hit the jackpot, this is something anyone can do at this moment in time in this market if you want to pick up the phone and bring new people in. Because there are a couple of criteria. You need a required number of direct referrals. You need minimum business volume. You need a required minimum team size. You need to maintain 3 active legs in a 40-30-13 ratio, and only the rank 10 needs 4 legs. Now, for that, there is this page. I would say make a screenshot of it, because how does it work? If you are focusing on rank 1, and Rashid yesterday in the masterclass explained it excellently. So I would say to everybody, make sure you go to that masterclass of last night. He says, just make sure you start on R1. R1, if you know how to do it, then you got the rhythm and you can go to the next. You need 3 people actively direct. So choose those 3 people right. And they need to bring a team volume of 15,000, but in 40-30-30. That means 6,000, 4,500, and 4,500. If you have 3 legs, so 3 people who have given 6,000, 4,500, and 4,500 as a team volume, and you have also 30 people in the total size of your matrix active, then you get $1,000 rewards. That's amazing. And from there, you just go to the next one and you say, okay, now I need 4 people active. I have a team size of 45,000 in 40-30-30 that is necessary. Sorry, a team volume of the first 3 legs in 45,000, 40-30-30, and a team size of 75, and a reward gives me 3,000. And then you can go to R3. which is at the moment the highest level where people are. That's 5 active directs. That is 125,000 in team volume, 40, 30, 30. In team size, 200 people, and the reward is $5,000. That is amazing. So then from that moment, it switches, because then you need to have 3 legs that are all R3. And then 3 legs that need to be all R4. And it goes to R9 that says 3 legs all R9. And then in R10, you need to have 4 legs that are all R9. So that's why the back office is following 4 legs, because it means that you have a little bit of room to see which 3 are already there, and the rest saves a little bit further. And then in the end, you have 4 legs and you're A4 away of R10. As you know, I was a Bitcoin rank in the previous project, and we said, this is where we want to go. So I recommend everybody create a connection with your team, make a team, set your target and go for it, because it's doable. And certainly you have so many people with BTCC who are willing to participate with you. Make creative solutions between investors, between networkers, between BTCC miners and owners, and have a party. And you see every day new ranks are coming up, beautiful names and beautiful insights of how Chavez thinks when you look at the name of the ranks, how he builds his businesses. And why does his rank system work? It works because it encourages balanced growth, and it drives leadership and duplication in teams. It unlocks millionaire rewards with structured team building, and it's 100% additive. It never replaces your earning. And with the Bitcoin Code user base that we have, it is bound to get only more interest and more possibilities. And along the way, you know that Chavez is always creating incentives that are helping to accelerate this project. So fasten your seatbelts and step in and make this your vehicle to a financially free future. We are doing this with compensation plans. All earnings are calculated based on active subscriptions. Payouts are processed daily in Ethereum on the Base network. Yield is generated from Alpha AI Yield Performance Weekly. 5% admin fee applies on all withdrawals. To qualify for Unilevel and Builders Income, users must maintain required number of active directs and BTCC staking. And it's optional for 2x to 4x cap. The rank rewards are paid once upon meeting the criteria. Required minimum number of active directs, minimum team business volume, minimum team size, and at least 3 legs in a 40-30-30 ratio. For rank 10, all 4 legs are required. Income limits are applied per subscription based on staking ratio, 2x without staking, 3x with 1-to-1 staking, and 4x with 1-to-2 staking. And users must follow all platform terms, stay compliant, and avoid manipulation or stacking. It's a weekly payout schedule. It is paid out every week on a Wednesday. So if you have been, if you've not started on a Wednesday, but on a few days before or a few days after, then you get paid pro rata in terms of the first week, and after that you're having the full yield. Also, the builders yield income is paid on a Wednesday and is paid on the 15 levels to the extent that you fulfill the criteria. Be aware of an earning cap. When you're reaching your 2x, 3x, or 4x, it's important if you're a builder that you don't run out. So and if you've run out, it goes into unclaimed income. And when you see that, make sure you've added a new pack so that you have added new potential income earning before the business closing of the next day, because you could lose otherwise the unclaimed reward. The panel activation structure, it has to be in order. It starts with 500 and then 1,500, 4,500, 13,500, and then 81,000 and the 243. So it is in order, and you can't jump from the one to the last. And then we have the BTC multipliers. They are either delivering you 3x or 4x, and the yield ranges are between 1.25 to 2.5% if you are having a 1-to-1 ratio, or 1.5 to 3% if you're having a 1-to-2 ratio. And the APIs are therefore capped at 130% and 156% at the highest panels. So it is worth working towards the highest panels, because you reduce your time to earn back your initial investment, and then the rest is profit. So your sub-panel loan boost system, it's eligible up to sub-panel 81. Sub-panel loans apply directly to the panel, not to the wallet, and it's explicit exclusion of sub-panel 243, because that's the last one that doesn't require a loan. And then there is yield distribution. Is paid weekly in Ethereum on the Base chain, and is based on panel value and BTC staking ratio. the account and panel stacking, there are multiple accounts allowed. Most of you must fund them individually, and 3FO can investigate suspicious stacking patterns. Compliance and fair usage is important. 3FO reserves the right to enforce lock periods, suspend some of sub-panel loans for misuse. It's not necessary to tweak in this system. It is a fantastic system. It is set up so comfortably, and you will get used to it so quickly that it is possible for anyone anywhere in the world to participate. If $500 on your own is not possible, then find 10 people who each bring $50 and start sharing with them the yields when you're growing the team together. Be creative, be clever, because it is worth it. It is your future and it is in your hands, and you can enjoy it. Grace, on that note, I give you back the floor.
Amazing, amazing. Chantal, I want to find about 20 people so I can start 2 teams. Amazing. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Just absolutely thorough and very, very clear. That you have said it all about this opportunity. Let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 2nd anniversary of BTCC launching. The BTCC launched at $3 on the 3rd of October, 2023. And Chantal, it is now at $125 in setting holding.
It's
And
true.
so, yeah, so now we are able to celebrate the 2nd year. We'll celebrate a 3rd year, and then the 4th year, it will be halving. Those following the footsteps of Bitcoin Code, ladies and gentlemen, please, whatever you're doing tomorrow, you need to be here at the same time, UK Prime, to see all that we have in store for you for the 2nd anniversary of Bitcoin Code. And I can let you in on this secret. We will be giving away $500 worth of miners. The Xeon GT 10X. Yes, those have a value of $500, powerful miners. And so we hope to see you here. No, I don't hope, I expect to see you here and look forward to it. So thank you so much for your attention today, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you, Grace. I look forward to tomorrow. Thank you.
It's going to be a party. Thank you, Chantal. Bye.